Welcome back, everyone. From award-winning films such as Till and The Piano Lesson, Danielle Deadwyler has earned a reputation as a dramatic heavyweight. But she's now showing her comedic side in the new HBO series Rooster. She stars as Dylan, a poetry professor who becomes a confidant to Steve Carell's Greg Russo, a star author and professor grappling with his complicated relationship with his daughter, all while maintaining his public reputation. Let's take a look.
I just feel so isolated. And look, I've been here for a minute. A few friends didn't get tenure and split. I've already dated everybody worth dating. And I said I love you once, but I took it back.
You can do that?
You can.
I didn't know that.
You
Not
can.
that we want to try, but, you know, Danielle Deadwyler, great to have you here. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
So what drew you to the role of Dylan? Why did you feel like she was unique?
I felt like uniqueness in that she's a young, vibrant, poetic spirit that's trying to brew minds into, you know, the lane of poetry, which is something that's not always honed, I guess, in education today. However, I also was just interested in balancing my artistic life, and so I wanted to explore the other qualities of myself and the other qualities of character development, and so I needed to do this to explore comedy. Yeah.
You yourself have not one, but 2 master's degrees.
I'm a mess.
Do you feel that extra time in academia actually helped prepare you to play this character as a poetry professor?
Most definitely. And I mean, I persist in taking courses to this day. I just took a beautiful poetry course, and it did prepare me. I think. I mean, I'm more so, you know, driven as a student in those experiences, but being able to witness how administrative dynamics work. But all of that informs the artistic practice as well as the artistic practice informing any academic pursuits that I might have thereafter. So
you talked about just the shift for you and the emotional toll that the heavy roles that you played, for example, in Till or The Piano Lesson. So what is more aligned with the real Danielle? Is it the goofier side we see in Rooster? Or do you have the heaviness component or a little of both?
I think it's a blend.
Okay.
We have to be able to move through the seasons, and so you got to have some fall, you got to have some winter, you got to have some summer, you got to have some spring. And so this is just that balancing act, a realignment in exploring both things.
And as we mentioned, your character is really a confidant for Steve Carell's character. What was it like working with Steve Carell?
Brilliant, wonderful, comedic, explorative workshop day by day. I mean, it's also just being in the presence of someone who's just viscerally kind, committed, an example of rigor and developing character and driving the entire cast and crew to get to the beauty that you see in what we present with Rooster. I just want to work with people who are just divinely interested in getting the best out of themselves and the best out of everyone else. That's in Bill and Matt. That's in Phil and Lauren and Charlie. And John. Like, it's all just everyone's trying to get to the root of what it means to be these people, which is driving through what does it mean to be lonely? What does it mean to connect in this difficult way with parents? Bill and Matt talk about this being a story about a mother and a daughter, not a mother and daughter, but a father and their daughter, and the complicated relationships that shift as that child moves into adulthood. And so I think that there's some parts of that will begin to be explored with Dylan as well.
Before you go, I gotta ask, you made a little news last week when Hulu announced that you're gonna be starring in Ryan Coogler's remake of The X-Files. Anything at all that you can share?
Well, as I just heard earlier, that's classified.
Oh, that's a good answer. I should have expected that. We try nonetheless. Thank you so much for joining us. What a pleasure to speak with you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Rooster debuts this Sunday, March 8th at 10 p.m. on HBO and will then be available to stream on HBO Max. An episode will then drop every Sunday through May 10th.